Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Thursday, which means it is time for another Nozz watches Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Oh boy. So in the last episode of Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, we had more Lucoa. Internal screaming goes here. And we had some Fafnir, and all around it felt like a very unfocused episode, if that makes sense. Go back and watch it if you haven't already, and that'll be all the elaboration you need, because I think I spent like 40 fucking minutes on that episode. Oh boy. Here's wondering if it's gonna be that much this time. Hey. I spent 40 minutes on something last week, but let's get into this one, shall we? Because I'm hoping that we have slightly less Lucoa, because we've been having a little too much of her lately. Don't know about that one, Chief. But let's get in here and let's see who we get, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, and go. My mouse is on the other monitor, so I couldn't mouse over. Oops. Oh, fuck's sake, it's Shota. God. Oh, this is gonna be a bad episode, isn't it? No. What? Father's Day? Oh shit, it is Father's Day. Okay then. Damn, imagine having a dad. Am I right, gamers? Holy shit. Glad to know I knew enough moon runes to recognize fucking the equivalent of Father's Day. I'm gonna be honest, I can't actually read that. I just know I've seen those symbols. Can we not have Lucoa though? What's the monkey's paw just curl, right? The monkey's paw curls, and I'm just like, man, I hope the next episode has more of a focus. You know, one main skit and then maybe a couple of B skits. And this one, the monkey's paw goes, very well, you shall get your wish. But the main skit should be something you hate even more. Oh, boy. Cause that'd just be how it be, wouldn't it? Oh boy, there's Fafnir in the back. Are you forgetting how, like, eldritch his dragon form looks? Looks like H.P. Lovecraft's, like... Why is that all the way back there? Ah! It's like H.P. Lovecraft's wet dream. My man has a Newton's cradle and he's not got it going. Cringe. I had a perpetual Newton's cradle once. And it ran on batteries. So basically anytime it would go, it would lose a certain amount of momentum, it would activate a magnet in one of the balls to speed it up and keep it going. Which was so fucking cool, and I wish I knew where it was. I have no idea where it went. I got it from Kennedy Space Center that one time. I went. Yes, and they ward off horny dragons, so clearly Shota needs one. I mean, at least they're playing PlayStation. Can we just spend more time with them playing PlayStation, please? I'll take the wholesome lolly and the shitty lolly over anything. Okay, I shouldn't call Ilulu the shitty lolly. I shouldn't, because she's not really that bad. She's just kind of a dipshit. Well, time for the bootlegs! Call up the Chinese wizard! Oh yes, I sell many talismans. But they are cursed. Everything in this store carries a terrible curse. That's bad, but it comes with a free frozen yogurt. That's good. Nah, see, Shota, that's where you fucked up. You missed the ultimate magical ingredient. Some sort of bodily fluid. I don't know if I can say it this early in. Alright, so as a DM, I have to say it. I did actually... Okay, so there was a magical talisman or something. I'm ignoring that on purpose, by the way. There's a magical talisman or something that my party wanted that, like, they destroyed one. And the wizard that they were like, hey, can we have another one? He's like, you fools lost it? Do you know how impossible it would be to get another one? You're missing the key ingredient. And one of them was like, oh, what's the ingredient? Because I think they thought I was trying to give him a side quest to get a new one. And I just said, oh, Manticore, come. Needless to say, none of them wanted to go get it. Can't believe my man's playing an MMO on a PSP. Jeez, he really is magic. Okay, so he's playing with Fafnir. Okay, I was gonna say, is this man talking about magic with fucking, like, randos on the internet? Fafnir, you best help out, you son of a bitch. You gotta grind. Gotta grind up. So this game has crossplay between PSP and the... Between the PSP and the PC. Jesus Christ. So I love how you can tell who's playing what character. Fafnir is clearly the woman with the big tits, clearly. No, it's the big bird. Ooh! Ooh! Stop stalking the boy! Jesus! Lucoa sees it, she bursts into flames. Good, do not tell the demon. This talisman is shit! Oh, is that not the default response fathers have to receiving gifts from their children? I'm shitposting my way through this episode so it'll end faster. No, not episode, this skit, even. Jail, jail, jail! $3.14. What? Is it Father's Day? Yeah, Kobayashi has been... Well, I mean, if her choice is Tohru or Kobayashi, which one is the more masculine of the two? Which one is the butch in this relationship? I mean, clearly, like, it's Kobayashi, because the femme is always the most dangerous one. The butchers aren't there to defend the femmes from you. They're there to defend you from the femme. And dead! I can't believe Miss Kobayashi's fucking... 38.97. What's that in measurements that have gone to the moon? Imagine, like, the boss shows up and is like, a cold! And you're not at work? You should be working until the day you die. I'm sorry, Master, I must go all out just this once. Man, Ilulu must really love having that job just to take the weight off. I love how the implication is there that, like, Tohru just got on Discord. Like, Fafnir is just in a Discord chat room, like Discord call the entire day. Fafnir, what are you doing in that Discord call? Grooming. Let's be honest, that'd be Takia more than Fafnir, wouldn't it? I swear to God you put your tail in it! She put Pocky in the fucking stew. I'd laugh if Kobayashi loved it. I would actually laugh if Kobayashi was like, oh fuck, this shit good. Damn. She's staying rather calm, all things considered, honestly. I'm actually proud of Tohru. Now, it turns out humans die the moment we get sick. Yeah, it's rough. God, what if Tohru brought, like, a friggin' fantasy disease back with her? What? But, like, pick up some immortality juice on your way home, just in case. You might be able to, like, you know, get her to drink it eventually, you know, after, like, a year or so. Fucking knife is! She best torch those fucking knife ears on her way back. Oh my god. She had to murder 30 chemists for it. You're supposed to take them one at a time every 3 hours, Kobayashi. Jesus! Kobayashi just overdosed on magic. Turns out it was the immortality drug the whole time. Oh, yes! Oh my god. It turned her into a fucking furry. Ah, you're in Japan. Nobody will blink at it, probably. Oh, she's got 2 sets of ears. She's got 2 sets of ears. Oh god, that's cursed. God, I want to go to a pick and mix store so fucking bad. Like, 1, they barely exist in this country. 2, fucking pandemicking outside still. Ah. That doll holds a terrible curse. I can feel that from here. I mean, do they not have security cameras they could look over? So, like, surely, like, I mean, I guess a small store, but you think, like, at least 1 camera, right? Yes. They are married now. Damn. Can't believe it. Ilulu's barely been on Earth for like a month, and already she's found her fucking like heterosexual life partner as well. Oh boy, unsolved trauma. Doesn't Ilulu's trauma basically stem from a doll too? Like, it was a doll that looked like her, of course, but, you know, either way, a human village got burnt down, which, you know, it's a good day for all involved. Joker. Really? I mean, first off, Take is just like, what kind of person just assumes the worst? I mean, someone like Georgie exists. I mean, and she's totally normal, you know, minus, you know, the unresolved mental illness. Oh well. Damn, gonna abandon her that quickly, Take? Shit. Oh no, the rain's gonna wash away the scent. Oh no. I mean, maybe they live outside of town. And by the time they realize they left it behind, their parents had already gone back home. Might be a pain in the ass for them to head all the way over. The boy! He returns! Unfortunately, it's probably rotted into fucking ashes at this point. How does he look at her horns and go like, oh yeah, no, that's normal? Like, he questions the maid. He questions, like, the sniffing at the floor. Okay, please tell me he was gonna question that. Oh god, I hope it's not some weirdo. I hope it's not some weirdo, oh my god. She is the god of this world. And also, tell Ilulu where those children in high school are. They won't be coming to class tomorrow. Chunk chunk. Oh wait, no, her flame sacks and her tits. Chunk chunk. Oh, to be young and going to jail. Cause she's legally an adult, right? She has to be. I don't know why I find that so funny. Oh my god. I think it's the fact that he's like, I don't know, he's in high school. So it's possible that, you know, he's more legal. Oh my god. Like, it's not as creepy as Shota. Maybe it's because she looks younger. So the age gap is less apparent. Like, oh boy. But I don't know, for some reason oh, I know why. I know why. It's because Ilulu is oblivious and not a fucking sexual predator. That's exactly why I'm fine with that and not fine with Lucoa. Oh, boy. I mean, I think that might just be, like, a default thing with me. Like, if a character is oblivious, like Ilulu is, then it's funny, right? If they're actively being, like, a sexual predator, no, it's not funny. I think that's where the difference is for me, honestly. Like, I don't find, oh, let me fucking milk your cock with my tits. I don't find that funny. But her making a little take doll and being like, oh, well, where can I store it? Oh, I know. I find that fucking hilarious. I don't know. Oh, damn, the foot fetishists are out. Okay. You should keep things you cherish stored in your chest. I'm working on it. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, fuck me. All right. Okay, so I got that. Yeah, hair in my mouth. Bleh. Okay. So starting off with stuff that I really liked. That mm, that last skit there with Ilulu and Take and the missing doll. Um, honestly I think that is more or less like what I wanted last time, where it was where you have like a main central skit that progresses the story, or at least like someone's character arc. Um, oh, pardon me. And it works really well here. Like honestly, it's honestly really really good. Um, Shota learning, like Shota growing as a mage was all well and good, but like honestly, anything Shota does is fucking tainted. So as cool as it was, I mean, at the very least, Lucoa wasn't really a massive thing about it, but it was nice seeing Shota make a cool thing for his dad and growing as a wizard and doing all that. Like that was really cool. I did like that a lot. Um, I like the detail they went to, like with him like changing the air pressure in his room, and the fact they showed that with the water bottle was really cool. You've got the summoning circle and the candles, and you have to wait for the just the right like weather. Like that was really cool, and the fact that it was like for Father's Day was like really kind of touching, honestly, because we don't really see much of Shota's family, and that's just touching. That's cool. And then Lucoa ruined it, but the other one I think really really takes the cake, and I think that is on purpose because it is honestly like a good continuation of Ilulu's arc, and her growing as a person. I'm gonna get back to Kobayashi getting sick. I'm gonna save that one for last. But like just. It worked really really well. Like honestly, so of the three skits, right? The Father's Day one is very clearly like a B plot, but between like Ilulu and the Tohru one, like both of them are really really strong, and both of them are they kind of like push forward like individual character arcs. But I feel like Ilulu's one just edges out the Tohru one a little bit for being the main plot. Now this could be wrong, and it could have been intended that both of them are a main plot, or the Tohru one is the main plot. But the Ilulu one I think shows us a lot more about Ilulu than the Tohru one shows us about Tohru. Does that make sense? Like, just the entire like the because we got introduced to Ilulu's hit backstory in past episodes, where she was hanging out with those humans when she was a hatchling or whatever, and she got like they made a doll of her, and she was like, "Oh, that's really cool. I'll be back tomorrow, guys. Bye." And she comes back, and the town is fucking burned to the ground. And she abandons that doll and any love she had for humanity because it fucking hurt, and she was a child. And the fact that we come back here and now she's found a doll in the midst of her new, very human-centric life that's been abandoned and was very, very clearly well-loved, and she's, like, of course she's gonna have the thing of, like, no, I have to return this. I have to return this. If I don't return this, then I'm failing past me. Like, I gotta do it. That's really sweet, and it kind of... and also, like, her, like... friendship with Take is also really touching. Like, it shows that like he does care for her despite the fact that he thinks she's a fucking weirdo. So that's just wholesome, honestly. I like that a lot. I like I don't know, just like her just the way she's like internalized this like whole thing of this doll as like a symbol of what could have been. And how she, like, actively goes out of her way to shelter it from the rain, and, like, she starts panicking when she loses the scent. Like, all of this, like, it just shows a really, really deep look into how Ilulu's brain is working, and honestly how damaged she is. And it's just really sweet, and I like it a lot. And I like how Take came back, gave her an umbrella so the doll wouldn't get ruined, and Kobayashi and Tohru like used the internet to find the doll's owner. Like it shows that Ilulu, a character who, like, when she first showed up, hated humans, hated a lot of other dragons, was very, very, like, individual, and, like, self, like, blah, 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 fuck you, blah, blah. Like, not only is she trying to do something nice for a human for the sake of being nice, and also, I guess, like, for her sake as well, but, like, I think, like, I'm willing to give her the benefit of the doubt, say she's doing it for the sake of being nice as well. Like, not she's doing it for the sake of being nice, but she's also got the assistance of 2 humans and another dragon that she tried to fucking kill when they first met. Like, it's shown how far she's come as a character, and it's honestly really, really nice and really, really touching. I know I keep saying touching, but I honestly, I fucking love it, honestly. It's my favorite skit that we've had so far, like, for a decent bit. And that's why I honestly think it's the heart of this episode. Pardon me. And I feel like its placement as well was really, really good. Because the previous skit, which I also really liked, segues, like, kind of does something similar with Tohru, where, like, Tohru, up to this point, has been very, very possessive and vaguely lewd with Kobayashi, but Kobayashi's always been able to depend on her, and she's always been able to depend on Kobayashi, while Kobayashi is, like, having to deal with with Tohru shenanigans, and now it's kind of flipped. Like, now, like, Tohru has to take care of Kobayashi, like, and like she's, you know, done stuff for Kobayashi before, but this is like, Kobayashi is entirely fucking helpless. She's got no real agency in this because she is conked the fuck out, and she puts, like, her life and limb in danger to go back to the dragon world, where she is banished or something, as far as I remember, to get a medicine that she knows will cure this cold. And while it turns out to be, like, a moot point, because it turns out human medicine works pretty good for basic bitch shit like colds, Kobayashi still shows her progress and takes the medicine and humors Tohru, because she knows that Tohru put a lot of effort in, and it's just Tohru being happy is enough to make her happy, and that's really nice, and it shows that they've really grown close, and lesbianism is go. Lesbianism is canon. Yeah, I honestly, I just really, really like this episode. Like, even the skit I don't like is honestly pretty good, and I don't hate it. Just because I don't like it, I mean I hate it, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like it, like, because it's a Lucoa skit, and I don't like that bitch. I mean, technically it's a Shota skit, but they come as a package deal, let's be honest. Like, but it's still fine enough for me to be like, yeah, it's alright. But then the other two just blow it so far clean out the water, just with, like, character progression and showing us how far people have come, and just mwah right there. I think, like, there's very few things in this episode that actually annoy me, and I'd say are, like, bad. And I think that mostly comes down to, I mean, Lucoa being Lucoa. That's never going to change. And honestly, like, you know what? I think now we have, like, an episode with, like, an example, like, a point and a counterpoint. I think I can actually go into why I don't like Lucoa and why I think she's not that great of a character. And honestly, probably, like, if people that criticize Dragon Maid actually fucking watch Dragon Maid, I feel like they wouldn't have any issues with Kana, or even Ilulu. Their issue would be with Lucoa, and honestly, for once, I would not be able to fucking argue with them. Because, yeah, Lucoa's pretty fucking bad. Like, so, bear in mind, I just want to point this out. this is coming from someone who is a trans row ace person, right? So, a romantic asexual trans girl. Just laying out the biases right the fuck there, right? That's not for my diversity points or anything. That's just biases at that point. But the comedy that Lucoa is supposedly getting across, it doesn't work. And once again, comedy is subjective, so anything I say referring to comedy itself, put the "in my opinion" in the back of your head, right? Yeah, but like that sort of comedy just does not work, and the reason is because she knows what she's doing, and she's not getting punished for it. Does that make sense? Like, so she's shown up at this kid's house, pretended to be his familiar. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say pretend to be his familiar. He made the assumption, and she's going along with it. Pretended to be his familiar, sexually harasses him, like, every step of the day, is grooming him, like, actively, like, puts, like, her own fucking puts her own nudes in magazines that then she fucking publishes and puts in his house where he is going to find it, and he's a fucking pubescent boy, so of course he's going to have a look at some tits. Like, and she gets zero punishment. Like, if anything, like, she gets anti-punishment. Like, it's honestly not great. Like, she's had, like, a couple of things where she's, like, kind of justified things of being like, oh, well, like, after I got drunk and fucked up, like, I got kicked out. I was like, I mean, in Mesoamerican law, the reason she got kicked out is because she's a rapist, but second voice, same as the first, I guess. And she just, and like, okay, you're trying to humanize her a bit, but then you just go right on back to the exact fucking thing that got you banished in the first place. You've learned nothing. And it's just not funny. I just do not understand the appeal. Like, she's, like, and it's even less funny in the English dub because they're trying to make her a feminist icon, which is worse, because she's a rapist. Meanwhile, like, to compare it to something in the show, compare it to Ilulu, right? Ilulu has plenty of moments where, where she and Take have interactions that are very, very similar to what's going on between Lucoa and Shota, where, like, oh, look at my tits. Oh, hey, I'm naked in the bathroom. Come on in. Oh, hey, vaguely sexual thing. Difference being, Ilulu is not cognizant of these. Because either she's just so mentally damaged that she could never even imagine anything sexual by being naked because she's got no concept of human bullshit, or she's ace. Which is fun. Which is very fun. I don't think she is ace, though, but she's oblivious, is the point. So the comedy isn't, haha, this guy is getting sexually harassed. No, the comedy is, haha, this stupid dragon doesn't fucking know anything. And, like, instead of the joke being, like, the butt of the joke being Shota's reaction to Lucoa's bullshit, like, where Lucoa is the joke, was the joke origin, and Shota is the joke target. Ilulu is both the joke origin and the target, with Take there as, like, an audience surrogate kind of thing, you know? Does that make sense? So, like, there's no harm going on there, you know? Am I making sense? Like, which is, like, one of the ways you can do, like, lewd humor and have it be funny. By having it be, like, the joke be, aha, oblivious, aha. Of course, like, that can only go for so long, and you do need to, like, mix it up a little bit. But, say it be. I mean, the other way to do it is like Master Roshi. Because every time Master Roshi does something perverted, he gets his shit kicked in. And that's funny. Character does something bad. character gets horribly beat to shit in a comedic way. That's funny. And that's why the thing in Super where he sexually harassed a competitor in Tournament of Power into jumping off the side. That was not funny. Not a big fan of that one, honestly. But you know, like, there are ways to do lewd humor, and they've proven that they can fucking do it. I don't even know how you would salvage Lucoa at this point. Oh, boy. But that's still my main gripe. Just Lucoa. Why does she exist? Stop it. Just stop existing. Cease. I think, like, the only other thing I can think of where I'm like, is... Like, the joke where Take is just, like, jumping to the biggest conclusions based on, like, oh, she's got a maid near her, what the fuck? Or, oh, she's sniffing the floor, what the fuck? Like, Take, it's established that these people are fucking weirdos. You've met them before. Or at least you've heard of them, at least, from Ilulu, who you know is a fucking weirdo. Like, come on. Come on. Like, I feel like it was a bit extreme and they were going for a gag, but the gag did not really land, and I wasn't a big fan of it, but it came and went pretty fucking quick, so... no harm, no foul. It's not like they dragged it out for, like, 20 minutes. Other than that, I think that's all I gotta talk about. Like, episode good. Only, like, a couple of minor sticking points. Good. Good shit. But yeah, I think that's really all I gotta say. So, let me know what you thought of this episode down there in the comments. Whether you liked it, you disliked it, or you want to bring up something I forgot to talk about, which is entirely possible. Oh, boy. Remember to like, comment, favorite, subscribe, share on social media, tell your friends, hit the share button down below. And if you want, you can support me on Patreon, which is linked down there in the description and on the end card. Oh, boy. And there's also a Streamlabs thing if you want to do, like, a one-time thing. So big thanks to everyone who does that. You guys are the absolute best. I love you, and you basically help keep the channel running, so... yeah. If you want more content from me, I do try and post anime every single day at around noon. And if you're watching this on the day it comes out, then at 4 o'clock, an hour later than normal, Eastern, by the way, all these times are Eastern. At 4 o'clock, we should be doing some Monster Hunter Rise for a little bit. So hopefully, I shall see you there. Oh, boy. As always, I am Nozz, and I will see you in the next video. Most importantly of all, become a trash mammal today. And I will see you a round.